I hope I'm doing this right, but I think I am. So again, what I'm going to do right now is speak a little bit about my portfolio. But before I start that, let me give you just a little bit of a history about myself. I am by trade, I'm a graphic design, visual communicator. Um, I also have a background within like 3D animation and 2D animation as well. And my goal with returning to school was simply just so that I can come back and learn more knowledge about web design, because I do see the value of web design. It's one of those fields that's ever growing, and I see a lot of growth potential with web design. So I decided to come back. So one of the things that I would like to pursue once I'm done with school would be to go into a freelance business, which is why I set up this website, Warehouse Media Solutions. And again, this is just the first version of my freelance website. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my web designs first, and then I'm going to show you my print designs as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. So let me start by going to my web designs, and I'm just going to go through each of them quickly here and just explain to you what they are and how they work. Okay, so the first site is the soap shop, and this website was done for a class that I'm currently taking, and the client, we are working together to develop a website for his business that he has right now. And you can see that he sells a listing of different products, and like the links are set for the shopping carts. And if you click through here, you can go through each individual one. And again, if you wanted to make a purchase through the site, they're already set up through his PayPal account, and then there you go. So that's the soap shop, and I was pretty impressed with that site. The next site is the Remax Agent Splash website. Now what this is for a client that works for Remax, and he wanted something that was separate from his site that he currently has through Remax. So we're working together still just to refine the site and make it um, a bit more appealing, but so far so good. The only thing that I really want to work on is the form, because he said that's the major thing. He wants to make sure that the customers will be able to reach him, and that was one of the things I wanted to do too, is to ensure that the form was working properly so he would get a lot of hits on his website. So we're working together with that as well still. Next is on the Gamers Land website, and on the Gamers Land website I actually did twice. I did it for a Flash class, and I also took the same concept and I did it within the HTML CSS version as well. So I was pretty impressed with this website, and again, it's very functional. You click on it, it goes to the link, and you'll see over here it changes. And again, this is the Flash based website here, and I might as well go down here to the HTML version of the website as well, and you'll see that the structure of the site is the same. It looks very similar to the structure of the Flash-based website, and you can see that all of the links are revealed here. I mean, you get Lightbox, and the video plays right in there, and it's a functional website. I also created the Design Prints website, and my motivation for making this is because when I first began as a graphic designer, I was having troubles with some of the principles of what graphic design was all about. So I developed this site for information for myself so that I can get like a resource that I can come back and forth to and check out, and you can see that it tells you about rhythm, and even if you want to see an example of rhythm, and here it is right there, and you can see the example of rhythm as well. Okay, so let me go ahead to the next site here, and again, this is all on the link that I posted. Okay, and the autism awareness website. This was a website that I worked on and I developed. Um, I believe my second term here at the school, so it's not as good as the other sites, but I do think it does have promise. I mean, there are some things that I would do differently in the future, um, just based upon like my knowledge that I have now compared to what I had then. But I think it was a pretty good first step. I do really plan on setting this site up again, like and updating it, because it was created over 2 years ago. So I do want to update this site and make it more modern, I feel. The other website, I think this is the last website, is the Sarah Jillian website. Is for a pseudo photographer, and the purpose of the website was just to show off my flash skills in here. And again, if you click on here, you'll see the image load up externally, and it's going to fade in gradually, and then for each page it's going to do that for you. So there you go. Alright, that concludes my web designs. Next, I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is the second part of my presentation. I'm just going to go through each of the through each of the items, just to give you a description of them all. So the very first item here is a book cover for Native Son, book by Richard Wright, and I thought I did like a pretty decent job with this. However, I do feel that the text back here is kind of hard to see, so that's one of the things that I really want to go back and I want to improve upon within the near future. I'll just go in this order here. This is a client's flyer. He wanted something that was in black and white because he was going to print within black and white, and he also wanted something urban. And this is the design that I decided to come up with here. I also did a poster for autism, and this was primarily done within Photoshop, but the text may have been done in like Illustrator or maybe Adobe InDesign. This is for like an ad campaign that I worked on, and it's for the Chicago Historical Society. This is, I believe, this is like an indoor signage, something that will be hanging from the exhibit inside the exhibit. See if I can get next. Here we go. This is the outdoor signage. It's a billboard showing the comparison between Wrigley Field in 1940 to 2010. So, and last but not least, this is the collateral, which is the Ferris wheel from the US 1895 to 1995. So I thought that was pretty cool to see. And this is the back of the t-shirt. Here's another example of a book cover. Try to click on it again, it's not working. I'll come back to that one, I guess. Do the package label here, and there you go. And you can see that the package label, this is primarily done within Adobe Illustrator, but you can see that there are some things I need to fix up, such as the padding here on the outside is a little bit too close to this, so I need to fix that up as well. Okay. Another thing here is the software box that I worked on, and you can see that um, it's pretty standard. I do think I need some elements right down here at the bottom I should fix up here. Okay, but this is done primarily within Photoshop. Okay, there's the book cover. It's open up for us. This is based on a real book by Richard Beckman, which is also the pseudo name for Stephen King. So I thought this was pretty fascinating. I do still think that more work can be done on the text down here at the bottom, but I think that it's pretty decent. The logo design is right here. You see that the logo is of my own, and that's one of the things that I try to do throughout. It's just to ensure that the logo is something that I produce and not others. So, and last but not least, I have this one too. The CD cover, which was done primarily in Photoshop. The text was done in Adobe Illustrator, I believe, and made up a pseudo name, and we got images, and I put this together. And last but not least, the brochure. This is the opening cover. These will fold together to make a face. This is the back of the opening cover. And once you open it up, this is what you get. Okay. I look forward to your feedback, and thank you in advance.